Hello, welcome to today's Vinyasa yoga class. My name's Olivia. I am a certified yoga teacher and have greatly benefited from the practice. The energy that we will be working with today is breaking out of any sort of heaviness that you've been experiencing. We just entered December and it is snowing where I am, so you may be in sort of a hibernation mode. Me personally, I have found it's more difficult to move and want to move and feel super mobile at this time because I'm feeling restful. I'm trying to keep warm. We will be working with that energy today and cultivating with that energy. So with that, we'll be flowing a lot. We won't be holding poses all that long, and we'll be doing some energizing backbends. Over the course of the next 45 minutes, we'll be able to transform that lethargy and sort of feeling of longing. We can transform that into a feeling of love and compassion. There's a higher chance now that it's December that you're trying to stay warm out of survival as well as needing to get that movement in. If you had your eyes open, begin to blink them closed. Begin to pay attention to your breath. That's the most important part, thinking of our soul and our spirit and our body together. Earth energy. Earth can become compact and almost like a heavy piece of mud. And so when that happens, you almost take a pick and you sort of try to penetrate that soil, and eventually it breaks apart, and you can add some water and take some brand new soil and pour it in. And you don't want to get rid of the native soil. You want to enrich that soil with brand new. So there's nothing inherently wrong with our native soil, but we can enrich it, we can renew it. And that's what today's practice is all about. And just imagine yourself sitting in a field of green, and the sky is blue. What the eye can see is green forest in the distance and a few fluffy white clouds that are more of an enhancement and a complement to the sky than anything else. In that vision of the blue sky and the clouds, it gives you a feeling that everything is okay, and it will be okay. Allow your belly to expand on the inhale, and let it go, and allow your navel move towards your spine on the exhale. Inhale, belly expand. Exhale, navel towards spine. Begin to blink your eyes open if they were closed. Start to look around the room and find some subtle movements on your own. And we will meet in tabletop position and get started with the movement portion of today's class. some quick cat-cows. Tuck your toes under. Lift your knees up off the earth about a half an inch. Open your heart. Press your hips back, coming into our first downward facing dog, maybe of the day, maybe of this practice only. Take a slow walk to the top of your space, standing forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift with a flat back. Exhale, fold. Root to rise, stand all the way up. Reach your arms up overhead, look up. Exhale, bring your hands to heart center and down by your side. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, swan dive forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, plant your hands, step both feet back, high plank, vinyasa. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, press it back, downward facing dog. 2 cycles of breath here. Inhale. And exhale, release. And inhale. Exhale, look between your hands, walk or hop to the top of your space. Standing forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Root to rise, stand all the way up. Reach your arms up overhead, look up. Exhale, bring your hands to heart center and down by your sides. This will be a gradual warm-up, so each time we'll go a little bit faster as we go. Inhale, reach your arms up and overhead. Exhale, swan dive forward, standing forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Plant your hands, step both feet back, high plank, vinyasa. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, press it back, downward facing dog. 2 cycles of breath. Look between your hands, walk or hop to the top of your space, standing forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift with a flat back. Exhale, fold. Root to rise, stand all the way up. Reach your arms up. Exhale, bring your hands to heart center and down by your sides. Inhale, reach your arms up overhead. Exhale, swan dive forward, standing forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, plant your hands, step both feet back, high plank, vinyasa. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, press it back, downward facing dog. Look between your hands, walk or hop to the top of your space, standing forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Root to rise, stand all the way up. Reach your arms up. Exhale, bring your hands to heart center and down by your sides. Inhale, reach your arms up overhead. Exhale, swan dive forward, standing forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Plant your hands, step both feet back, high plank, vinyasa. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, press it back, downward facing dog. Look between your hands, walk or hop to the top of your space, standing forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Root to rise, stand all the way up. Reach your arms up overhead, look up. Exhale, bring your hands to heart center and down by your side. Inhale, reach your arms up overhead. Exhale, swan dive forward, Uttanasana. Halfway lift on the inhale. Exhale, fold, plant your hands, step back, high plank. We will meet in downward facing dog. Two cycles of breath here. Look between your hands, walk or hop to the top of your space, standing forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, root to rise, stand all the way up. Reach your arms up, overhead, look up. Exhale, bring your hands to heart center and down by your side. Sit down into chair pose, Utkatasana. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step both feet back, high plank, Vinyasa. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, press it back, downward facing dog. Right leg lifts. Exhale, step your right foot through, back foot plants. Square your hips forward, rise on up. Get low here in that front leg as a leader. Allow the power we are cultivating in that right hip, in that right knee, to send back to your left back foot and bolster your shoulders. Exhale, plant your hands, step your right foot back to meet the left, Vinyasa. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, press it back, downward facing dog. Left leg lifts. Exhale, step your left foot through, back foot plants, hips squared forward, rise on up. Warrior one, Virabhadrasana 1. Get low here. Use all of that dynamic tension in that left hip, that left knee, to sit a little bit lower and send that power back to your right foot. Square your hips forward. And exhale, plant your hands, step your left foot back to meet the right, Vinyasa. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, press it back, downward facing dog. Look between your hands, walk or hop to the top of your space, standing forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Root to rise, stand all the way up. Reach your arms up. Exhale, bring your hands to heart center and down by your side. Inhale, sit down into chair pose, Utkatasana. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, plant your hands, step both feet back, high plank. Cycle through a vinyasa. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, press it back, downward facing dog. Right leg lifts. Exhale, step your right foot through. Back foot plants, hips squared forward. Come on up. Warrior one. Sit low. Exhale, plant your hands. Right foot steps back. Vinyasa. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, press it back. Downward facing dog. Left leg lifts. Exhale, step your left foot through. Back foot plants. Hips squared forward. Rise on up. Warrior one. Exhale, plant your hands. Step your left foot back to meet the right. Vinyasa. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, press it back. Downward facing dog. Look between your hands, walk or hop to the top of your space, standing forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Root to rise. Stand all the way up. Reach your arms up. Exhale, bring your hands to heart center and down by your sides. Sit down, chair pose, Utkatasana. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, plant your hands, step both feet back, high plank. Vinyasa. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, press it back, downward facing dog. Right leg lifts. Exhale, step your right foot through. Back foot plants, warrior one. Exhale, plant your hands, step your right foot back to meet the left. Vinyasa. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, press it back, downward facing dog. Left leg lifts. Exhale, step your left foot through, back foot plants. Rise on up, warrior one. Plant your hands, step your left foot back to meet the right. Vinyasa. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, press it back, downward facing dog. Look between your hands, walk or hop to the top of your space, standing forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Root to rise, stand all the way up. Reach your arms up. Exhale, bring your hands to heart center and down by your sides. This will be our fastest one yet. Fast flow here. Inhale, sit down, chair pose, Utkatasana. Exhale, swan dive forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, plant your hands, step both feet back, high plank. Vinyasa. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, press it back, downward facing dog. Left leg lifts. Exhale, step your left foot through. Right foot plants. Rise on up, warrior one. Sit low. Exhale, plant your hands, step your left foot back to meet the right. Vinyasa. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, press it back, downward facing dog. Right leg lifts. Exhale, step your right foot through. Rise on up. Warrior one. Sit low. Exhale, plant your hands, step your right foot back to meet the left. Vinyasa. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, press it back, downward facing dog. Come down to your knees. We'll move on to work on some brief hip circles. So just send your hips in one direction in a circle. And then the other. Just so we don't lose that heat and momentum. Come on down to your forearms. And breathe. We'll press up into dolphin here. So come on down to your forearms and spread your fingers to enhance our stability here. And think about your fingers gripping kind of like a lizard. And then we'll press on up kind of like a downward facing dog, but with our forearms planted and rooted on the earth strongly. Imagine shining your heart open. And breathe. How can you sit with some of the uncomfortable feelings that arise with dolphin pose? We'll be here for about 10 more breaths. And if you need to come down to rest briefly, no worries. We'll be here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Walk your feet back, coming into low plank on your forearms here. So think of your tailbone tucked under a little bit. Almost like a doming of your back. So with that tailbone tucked under slightly and that chest shining forward, it creates a grip and release. Drop your hips. Come on into a Sphinx pose briefly. And we'll press on up into tabletop position. Send your left foot to the outside of your left palm, your right foot to the outside of the right palm. Sit down into Malasana squat. Shine your heart forward and press all the way up into a standing position. And we will meet in a Prasarita stance. All 10 toes facing the same direction, pressing into the outer edge of your feet evenly. Begin to turn your right foot out towards the right, your left foot at an angle. We'll sit down into our Vira 2, our Virabhadrasana 2. Our hips are open to the side of our space, whereas in Warrior 1, our hips are open to the front. Warrior 2, we're having an external rotation. And breathe. Turn your right palm to face upward. Send your energy forward and then reverse. Keep a solid bend in that right foot. Bring your left palm to rest on your left ankle. Your right arm up and overhead. And reverse, come back to Warrior 2. Send that right palm forward to the inside of your right foot. And then send that left arm up and overhead. Feel that long line of energy from the outer edge of your left foot coming out of your left fingertips. And breathe. Bring your arm back towards your body. Straighten that right leg. Come on up. Heel toe your feet back into our Prasarita stance. We will do the other side. Left foot faces out towards the left side of your space. Right foot is at an angle. Sit down into Warrior 2, Virabhadrasana 2, with that right angle in your left foot. Relax your shoulder blades down away from your ears. Flip your left palm up. Send your energy forward with it. Reverse. Right arm comes down to rest on your right ankle. Left arm up and overhead. Maintaining a bend in that left knee. Come on through Warrior 2. Left palm comes down to the inside of your left foot. Right arm can come up and overhead, feeling that long line of energy from your right, the outer edge of your right foot, all the way to the top of your right fingertips. Come on out of it. Straighten that left leg. Put your feet back into Prasarita stance. We can take a minute to reclaim our breath. We'll come into chair pose Utkatasana, really strengthening and opening the hips. Inhale, sit down into chair pose Utkatasana. In your lap and torso working together in tandem. And imagine the bottom of your tailbone and your arms working together here for maximum length. Bring your palms down to heart center. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, take your left elbow to the outside of your right knee and twist over towards the right side of your space. Maybe even looking up towards the sky. And breathe. And come on back to center. Arms up. Exhale, bring your hands to heart center. Second side, right elbow comes to the outside of your left knee. Hands come to heart center. Don't forget to breathe. And come on forward, Uttanasana, standing forward fold. Come on up to a standing position. Come to the top of your space. Inhale, reach your arms up overhead. Exhale, swan dive forward, Uttanasana, standing forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, plant your hands, step both feet back, high plank. Vinyasa. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, press it back, downward facing dog. And just begin to catch your breath here. And come on down to your knees. We will meet in a seated position in Dandasana. So bring your both feet to rest down on the earth. Sit evenly on your sits bones with a straight spine. Bring your both arms forward like you're serving a platter. And then use this exact mold and imagine as if you are a statue and someone just pushed you back this way. Navasana, boat pose. And come on down to rest. And come on up, last Navasana. Your feet and straighten your legs if you'd like. Really imagine clicking your torso or your pelvis back in with your legs. For 3, for 2, and 1. Cross your legs, step forward, throw your legs back. Vinyasa. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, press it back. Downward facing dog. Right leg lifts. Exhale, step your right foot through. Come on down to your left knee. Rise on up, low lunge. Right angle at your right knee. And then send your hips forward. Really elongating that low lunge. Open your heart, relax your shoulder blades down away from your ears. See if you can come just a little bit lower. And plant your hands, tuck your back toes, step your right foot back to meet the left. Vinyasa. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, press it back. Downward facing dog. Left leg lifts this time. Exhale, step your left foot through. Come on down to that right knee. Arms up towards the sky. Relax your shoulders. And then send your hips forward, finding that stretch in your right hip flexor this time. See if you can find just a bit more length. Don't forget to breathe. For 3, 2, and 1. Plant your hands, tuck your back toes, send your left foot back to meet the right. Vinyasa. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, press it back. Downward facing dog. Come on down to your knees. Rise on up to a standing position on your knees. Again, setting up our foundation. Our shoulders are over our hips. Our fingertips resting on our lower back, our fingertips facing forward, pressing into our hips, lifting our chin, maintaining a straight back, looking up from our chin coming up. And if you'd like, bring your hands down to rest on your feet. Find a rounding in your spine by pressing into your hips. Feel that open heart. For 3, for 2 and 1. Come all the way up, sit back onto your heels and breathe. Feel that residue. Come on up onto your knees in a standing knee position. Fingertips facing up, palms rest on the lower back. Begin to send your heart, your chin up with a straight spine. Begin to press into your lower back, press your hips forward. Lift your chin. Send your navel up and then start to go back. Maintain that rounding in your spine by pressing your hips forward. For 3, for 2, and 1. Come out of it. Sit back onto your heels and pause. Feel that residue. We'll do one more. Come on up to your knees. Hands come to rest on your lower back. Chin comes up first. Press into your lower back, send your hips forward. Chin comes up. Heart comes up and open. Come on back. Camel pose. Don't forget to breathe. For 3, for 2, and 1. Press yourself up. Sit back onto your heels and pause. Come on down to a laying position. Come on down to a supine position and bring your knees up into a ball, like you're hugging your knees. And then send your knees from side to side while you're hugging them. And use that as a lower back massage. Thank the earth for the massage. And next time your knees get over towards the left side, allow them to knock all the way over to rest. Try to keep that right shoulder rooted on the earth and look over that right shoulder, feeling that twist. And come back to center. Allow your knees to spill all the way over towards the right side this time. Keep that left shoulder rooted on the ground if possible and gaze over that left shoulder. Supine twist. And bring your knees back to center. Coming into happy baby, grab the inner edge of your feet. Use that as a hip stretch, rocking side to side. And whenever you're ready, just allow your feet to come out long in this space. Take up as much space as you can and relax. Allow gravity to do the work here. Use this time as a celebration of all of the self-care that we have implemented over the last 40 minutes and energized from the backbends and the swift flowing movement. Maybe you stepped on your mat today and felt heavy or chilly, or the effects of winter packed in tightly like the earth. And we enriched our soil and we took the heaviness and we made it into strength. With that, if you haven't already, begin to blink your eyes closed. Welcome home to your Savasana. I'll guide us out when it's time. Slowly begin to find some gentle movement in your fingertips and your toes. Maybe blink your eyes open and take in all the colors around you. Maybe move your head from side to side. And come over onto one side and pause. Gently begin to press yourself up and meet me here in Sukhasana for our final check-in of our intention. Today's intention was to break free from the effects of winter and turn any heaviness and unnecessary compactness into airy, fluid abundance. But when we're too heavy on one, we rely upon the other, and that's how we stay balanced, and that's how we stay balanced as a community as well. So with that, reach your arms up and overhead, gather all of that energy up, 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 look up, bring your hands to heart center. Thank you so much for practicing with me, and I am hoping that you're feeling super light and compassionate and loving and energized, even if it's in the evening. Thank you for your time, and I will see you next time.